success.
After arriving in England from Cameroon as a 15-year-old to rejoin his mother who was studying in London, George's football career took off after he signed up to a youth scheme run by a local semi-professional side, Dulwich Hamlet. The coaching staff, Junior Cady and Gavin Rose, weren't too sure what to make of George when they first clapped eyes on him.
He was recommended to us by a Sunday League team who was playing senior football, and they raved and ranted about this guy, saying he was brilliant and etc, etc. So we said get him in with our academy. And the first time I saw him, I thought it was a wind-up because he looked 25 and he was training with 16, 17-year-olds. He's got the same physique, massive boy, but very, very polite, very humble and always willing to learn.
I got signed up after 2 months with the scheme, Dulwich Hamlet football scheme, and I started playing after a month of intense training and, you know, trying to learn, obviously, the English style of play. And knowing me, I'm a quick learner, and I listened and I was disciplined, and I took instructions from the coaches, Gavin and Junior. Gavin is one of Rio Ferdinand's best mates. And, you know, it was like, if you listen and you learn quickly, I think you got a chance in the game because you got all the attributes to make it pro.
George's ability to listen to what he was being told really struck a chord with Gavin Rose, now the club's academy director. His aptitude for learning, coupled with his hunger for success, has made George the Premier League player he is today.
I think the first thing all the boys want is to actually be professionals. One thing George did have is he always wanted to improve, and that's remained with him now. So he never accepts where he is in life. He always wants to improve, and that's something that you know, there's no bounds to how well he can go.
So it was no surprise when George moved to League One side Colchester in 2004. After a loan spell at Chester, he returned to help Colchester clinch promotion to the Championship in 2006. And less than 2 years later, he was on the move again.
Wolves did come in January, and the last day of the transfer window, and it all happened. And if I remember, it didn't actually, you know, the deal didn't actually go through until I think it was about 20 minutes or so before the transfer window closed on the day. And so it was quite an intense day for me. I didn't get back to London until about, you know, 2 a.m. in the morning. So, but I was very excited because I knew I have got a chance to progress my career.
When New Era Global Sports Management invited us along to a photo shoot with George Elokobi for the cover of the PFA's lifestyle magazine, The Players Club, how could we decline? After all, wasn't this the same George Elokobi who put on quite a show for our cameras last season during the Wolves fashion show, stripping right down to his smalls?
That's right. And I did enjoy it. And I hope the audience enjoyed it as well.
With the physique of a bodybuilder and his commitment on the pitch, George has made quite an impression on the Wolves fans since signing in 2008.
Da da da, George Elokobi. Da da da, George Elokobi.
Oh, he's got muscle on muscle, isn't he, to be fair? I think he should be the next Terminator movie, to be honest.
He's built like a brick house wall, isn't he?
I wouldn't like to argue with him, that's true. If he says it's Saturday, or Tuesday, whatever it is, it is. Big lad.
And when you meet George, you can't help but like his happy-go-lucky manner. It's little wonder he's fitted in so well in the Wolves dressing room.
It was a bit funny today because I mentioned I've got a photo shoot this afternoon, and some of them were like, you know, saying, what photo shoot? What magazine is that? I was like, just wait and see. You boys just wait and see.
George is a good lad. I think at this moment he's trying to find his shoe, which somebody's hidden in the change room. You know, he's very loud, and you know, it's nice to have someone like that around the change room that can keep that buzz going.
You have to be careful not to misinterpret George's self-confidence. This is a man who had to overcome the grief of losing his father at an early age, and that experience made him appreciate and value every day of his own life.
I lost my dad when I was 11 years of age, and it was really hard for my sisters. I've got 2 older sisters. It does hurt, you know. That is not yet to see what I'm doing right now, how successful I've become, or how successful I'm going to be in the nearest future. Things happen for a reason, and and he lost his battle against diabetes. So that's life, and it made me a stronger person because I had to be strong for myself, and I had to be strong for my sisters.
It wasn't long before George had established himself as first-choice left-back at Molineux. But a knee ligament injury 3 games into the 2008-9 season threatened to end his career altogether.
I knew straight away I was in for a serious injury, and I just stayed down. I've done a lot of damages on my knee, you know, career-threatening injury, and I'm going to be out for over a year. But, you know, when they told me that, the first thing was to try and win the battle in my head, you know, to let myself know I can come back from this, you know, I can come back from this, because it's not the end of the world, you know, being injured is part of the game.
George returned for the final game of the 2008-9 season, just in time to help celebrate the club's promotion to the Barclays Premier League. Last season, he made 22 appearances in the top flight and recently signed a new contract extension.
I just want to keep improving as a player. I want to play as many games as I can while it's given the chance by the gaffer. That's all I want to do right now, just carry on playing and helping Wolves, you know, stay in the Premiership, and if not better our league finish from last season.
After being given time off following the birth of his baby girl Angel, the task now for George is to re-establish his place in the side. All who know him wish him well.